This is Eric Kelderman for the Chronicle of Higher Education. Visiting the Georgia Institute of Technology's Center for Music Technology is like going to a music college that's run by Willy Wonka. Robots play drums or marimba, a glove tells you which fingers to use to play a piano piece, and you can turn your cell phone into a tiny garage band. The center's goal is to make new forms of electronic music making accessible to performers at all skill levels and even to non-musicians. Gil Weinberg, an associate professor at Georgia Tech, directs the center and is working with engineers and computer programmers to create 2 robotic musicians that can jam with a band.
Dissonance, it will move its eyeball a little bit. What's going on here? It looks at the right sound source, or it just bangs its head based on the beats. Maybe this idea of virtuosity from the robot, a new way to think about music with processing, and the human emotion and expression from the other way will create kind of a spark that will lead to new music that would not be created in any other way.
Parag Kordia is working with computer programmers on software that creates an independent musical accompaniment to a live performer. This could be handy even for amateurs who want to experience the interplay of an ensemble, Mr. Kordia said.
At its most basic level, what it allows a person to do is have a virtual partner. So, music is really a collaborative process. It's oftentimes about playing in a group or an ensemble. But nowadays, it's often difficult to find the time to, get together with a group of people and to perform music. But the thrill of music making is a lot about that group interaction, that collaboration, that idea that your creative input is going to be joined with somebody else's intelligent input, and it's going to, the sum is going to be greater than the parts. Based on some of the ideas that it had learned and heard from what he was playing, it started to suggest its own ideas. So there was this give and take, just as in a real kind of performance.
Amateur musicians also may benefit from student Kevin Huang's efforts. He is working on a glove that helps teach you which fingers to use when learning a song on the piano.
And this glove has 5 vibration motors, 1 for each finger, and it syncs up with music so that when you hear a music, like a piano piece in this case, you can feel the music playing on your hands. So for each note that you hear in the piano piece, you can feel the corresponding finger in charge of playing that note being tapped.
Some of the researchers are also working on ways to create better sounding instruments. William Hunt, an engineering professor, and undergraduate student Stephen Welch are exploring how the soundboard of a guitar responds to the vibrating strings.
The way that the soundboard vibrates, it vibrates, this is the strongest point of vibration, and there's a different frequency, vibrates at different strengths at different locations, so that has a big effect on where you're going to want to put your microphone in recording.
The next step we want to take it to is how can this be used in manufacturing. Getting the best quality of sound out for a particular guitar is something that all the manufacturers are really interested in.
Even if your best instrument is the radio, Mr. Weinberg and his students also have a way for you to create your own musical mixes using ZooSbeat, a software program for cell phones.